Well, I was going to say let's make a start to the stream, but it seems we've got some kind of a debate going on in the chat over how much piss there is in the ocean. So that's interesting. I don't think we need to question it, right? We're fine. This, it's just an entire world full of water. So, I mean, most of it must be just piss, right? The logical explanation. I mean, chances are, once upon a time, it was Dino P. It probably wasn't Dino P that I would have had though. I mean, it was a distinct difference. Anyway, I should let you all see the game, shouldn't I? That would be sensible. Let me get this all set up, make sure it's working. Cool, there you go. Let's get back to the time where I definitely did not lose my first Seamoth like 10 minutes after making it, if that. Got a loading screen to start with, of course. Probably still there's a lot of water. Look, I understand what you're saying. Chances are, once upon a time, a dinosaur had drank it and peed. That's how it goes. But, I mean, you can't just say it is dinosaur piss. There's a difference between the fact that it was and the fact that it is.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Good to know. Little voice. We're not even 50% loaded. Why is this taking so long? Look, joke's on you. My plant's back at my parents' house with me, so it's fine. There's no plant to piss on. Okay, here we go. Emergency power only, oxygen production offline. Feel that shouldn't be the case. Yeah, Sunbeam landing site. I think that is where we want to go. And my base is down there. Cool. Cool, we've got something to do. We're gonna go to that sea glide that's been damaged over there. We'll see what's going on. First, do I have water? I do. Just eat up. You know, before I actually go, let me just get out quick. Okay, there should somewhere. I want to go to the Aurora, but Sunbeam! It says in the top right of my screen. There's stuff it wants me to do. I mean, I do have my radiation suit on me, so I could. But there's definite stuff that wants to be done first. Anyway, let me just quickly grab some foodstuffs. Spade fish and boomerang fish, they do a perfectly good job. There we go. Bladder fish, where did they exist? If I'm remembering correctly, it's up this way. Yeah, the sunbeam's coming. It's telling me under my webcam. You can't see it. I can move it if you do want to see. But the sunbeam is coming currently. So I am going to need to go over there. I mean, we've got about 36 minutes. You know what? Sure, I will let you see. Let me just move my webcam quick. There we go. I'm now over in the other corner. I need to move the chat box. There we go. Also move my webcam slightly up. Perfect! Yeah, I need to head over there at some point. I don't know how long it'll take to get over there. I've just built myself a Seamoth, so I'm hoping not too long. Should make my way over there and get rescued. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And just win the game in a minute. Nice and simple. Also, we've been to that one. We can turn off that signal, can't we? Number 13. There we go. Apparently that one wasn't active for some reason. Cool. Back down to here. We need to make some water and food. Yeah, it won't be too long. I'll be fine. Also, is the game running fine, or do I need to change the graphical settings again? It's looking a bit choppy. in my preview? Do let me know. Oh, we have 420 again. Yeah, I think we reached 420 again for the followers, which is nice. Managed to hit it multiple times. Is that you saying you want me to make it laggy? I'm very confused what you're saying there. I mean, I could. I mean, my computer runs it fine. It's just Twitch doesn't. It is choppy. Okay. Let me turn down graphics. Why is it gone to custom? I swear, last time I had it on medium and it was fine. That better? That looks a bit better. I can maybe put it lower if you want. Show my balls on stream. I mean, I'll send it in Discord, but I'm not going to send it on stream. I think Twitch would ban me. But Discord's fine, I'm happy to send it over there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, if terrain changes needs a restart, but we're not changing the terrain, it's fine. This all looks good, right? Preview, it's looking fine. Still lag. Got it. Lower still. That should be completely smooth now. Like, just as smooth as my balls. And possibly brain. I don't want to commit to that being a thing. I don't want to be smooth brain. Okay, make my way over here. There seems to be some kind of a reef in the way, so we need to be a bit careful. Definite smooth brain. Look, I'll have you know, this is my first Seamoth. I don't accept that the first one exploded. It didn't happen. I didn't own it long enough for it to be mine. It was someone else's. It was on loan. But yeah, this is the first Seamoth, okay? First one. I'd never blow up a Seamoth. Never. Anyway, here we are. Exit. That guy wants to eat me, but that's fine. Who doesn't? I'm just such a snack, am I not? Got some data. And we get a compass! Ooh! That sounds actually quite useful. Now where's the Seamoth? Here it is. Okay. That's a good start. We can also turn off the distress beacon part of this, can't we? What number is it? Number 3 it says on the side. There we go. Bam. And yeah, we don't need any further of that. Building upgrades to let it go deeper. I've heard that is a thing. That I'll need to do that at some point. Also another thing I can turn off is this for now. Stranded near a cave system. Let's go to this one next. We can go around all of these and go get rescued by the sunbeam. I mean, we need to take any survivors with us, right? We can't just leave any of the survivors from these crashes. The feeling that because there are so many meters down, like 100 and 300 meters, there's a decent chance that there's not many survivors in there. These things are meant to float. You saw my one. It was floating. Yeah, let's go by. I mean, the floaters. Still think it's an odd name for them. Yeah, life pod 17. Can turn that one off. Let's investigate. Have I been here before? I must have. There's nothing in here. Okay. Well, that's depressing. I'd hoped for more. Let's just go back in. Now to this one. Now, luckily, I am astutely aware that the 200 at the top of my screen means that's how many meters down I can go before my Seamoth decides it doesn't want to be a submarine anymore. It just wants to be a marine in the water more than anything. I just head this way. How did I learn that? Ah, it's just intuition. Fuck, intuition. What else would it be? I've also learnt these submarines aren't built to last. They just tend to blow up at the slightest little dip under 200. I would have thought it would maybe be a slow incremental thing, but no. Also, does this thing have a light? That is the light. Okay, this is scary and dark. I do not enjoy this. I'm also getting very far down.
Maximum depth reached.
Yeah.
Damage imminent.
This is as far as I can go in this. Okay, I'm gonna have a scan down at this, because that looks like a lot of stuff I want. Let's just aim a light, because yeah, it is horrendously dark.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Oh no, I need to go back in. I need to go in. Let me equip my mask. Rebreather. Repair tool. Yes, I'm aware I can do that, because my thing needs repairing. Water, I mean we need a bit. There we go. Okay. Repair. Perfect. What exactly have we got in here? Thermal plant? Sounds good. Anything else immediately? Got whatever that is. A moon pool. I'm sorry, but we're not on a moon. I'm assuming that's the kind of room, right? If it's got a pool in it, I don't see why you need that if we're underwater. Seems somewhat redundant, but sure. You also get a torpedo arm. Better than your regular pedo arm, let me assure you.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, we get a desk. That looks more like a bench to me, but we get a desk. Oh, I'm happy about that.
New blueprint
There's a lot of these. I mean, take some titanium. Sure. This is a nice spot. You can synthesize oxygen for water infinitely. I mean, I can't as a person do that. I can make machines to do it. And God, we're getting all sorts from here, aren't we? That's lithium. Okay. I do need to watch my oxygen. Also, big hole. I do have to go down the big hole, don't I?
Biodiversity in this region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
Oh, we can go inside that. Okay, do that in a second. Let's go top up on oxygen. I'm a little bit far down. And yeah, this does have oxygen reserves, good. Can I genetically modify myself to have gills? Like in Waterworld, because it seems useful. I feel that would be something beneficial. Modification station? That sounds nice. Oh, we just get 2 parts, and let me guess, is that a third one down there? No, that's a power cell charger. I mean, that still sounds useful. Like rechargeable batteries, right? Let's get a chair. Already have a spinny chair. I don't care so much about that. I'm assuming that door can do something later. Need to cut it open, so probably a laser cutter is needed. Can I not get the other piece to what I just found? No, I can get an office chair. Ah, hello John. Good to see you. When are you wanting your extra stream? I sent you a message in Discord, but I'm assuming you didn't get it. So, like, later today? Because I think it was Sundays you said you're free. He was busy last Sunday, but I should be able to do stuff today if you want. Is that what you're wanting? For your Noita? Noita, wasn't it you wanted? I think it was. I hope it was, otherwise I'm misremembering. Well, it's a lot brighter when the sun comes out. Okay. And yeah, that should be good. Cool. Cool. Data box. Vehicle upgrade console.
New blueprint acquired.
Cool. Is that different to the modification station?
Seconds.
I thought a modification station would be what let me mess around with my vehicle. Alright. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, it is Noita. Do you want Noita together or just regular Noita? Just need to make sure I know what you're wanting. Come on, what's down here? I mean, nothing for that, it's for a scanner I need. More moon pool, we don't need that. Got what looks to be a ruby, yep. Can scan it. I would have thought we know roughly what a ruby is. That's fine. Keep on heading down because you've got... What have we got? And you can scan it, it's an alien vent. A vent for aliens. Don't know what aliens are shaped like, but it must be awfully small to fit in there. So, is that all there is down here? Got this, that's a creature egg, right? Yeah. Okay. I was kinda hoping to get the last piece for the modification station. All the way down here. That's not it though. Is this it? What are the chances of this being it? It's a time capsule. Oh, what the hell's a time capsule up to? Inventory full. Free up some space to pick up a sea glide. Okay, sea glide. I've already got one, don't I? That's what I'm currently using. That's fine. A player drop, is it?
Welcome aboard,
Cool.
Captain.
Yeah, I want to find that last piece for modification station. It's got to be here somewhere, right? Or am I going to be on a wild goose chase looking for it? I haven't checked up here just yet. There's like a big bit of a ship that fell down. Anything? Sealed door. Damn. Can I go in this? I can, you know. Not very far though. Never mind. Well, I guess we're not getting a modification station just yet, are we? Yeah, I've not missed it under any of these bits, have I? Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Unless, is this it? No, that's like a bunch of tiny overhead lockers. Well, no modification station for us, but we have got Moonpool. And whatever I got out of that, was that something else, like an upgrade station of some kind. Cool. Next, go over this way. Can't go below 200 meters, so they need to be careful. Mod stations to upgrade tools. So I could have like a better scanner? Better knife, maybe? I don't have many tools. Better sea glide could be nice. When it's just down here, is it? Okay. How far down? To about here. Also, my cat's wanting out of my room. Let me just open the door. It can leave on its own accord. It's going to meow at me for a while, asking for food. It's not left. I opened the door. It's still just down there. This. Those PDAs. These guys need to be more careful with their PDAs. Can't believe them. Ultra high capacity tank. Okay, that one sounds useful.
Signal location
Abandoned PDA. Cool. I'll grab a little bit of lithium. Lithium sounds useful. I haven't come across much of that yet at all. I've also got a plant wanting to murder me. But also this. Got a poster. Oh yeah, look at that poster. Okay, that's got a creature egg of some kind. I'm happy. That's nice. That'd be perfect in my little one tube long base. That is amazing. Also, I do need to let my cat out again. Just leave, please. There we go. No more interruptions. Okay, so down there was... which life pod? I don't know. That's not currently being marked. But... what on earth? Stalactites? Or... what? Oh! So that's the dry land beacon, is it? Didn't expect that. Hello. The hell?
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Well. I'm feeling I should come back here when my inventory isn't full. Let me just eat some things.
Blueprint acquired.
Also got a first aid kit, lovely. What? What have I found? I don't entirely know what I found. Okay, I've got 20 minutes until this sunbeam thing arrives. It's over there, 2,000 odd meters. I'll say 5 minutes it'll take me to get over there. Jaffa cups, of course. Boxall shrub. There's so much stuff. Why is there an island? Speckled rattler? How do trees exist here? There's also that up there, which is a bit more confusing, but there's trees! And... hello. You're not in a cave, Mr. Cave Crawler. You don't look very friendly, you look like a head crab. I'll leave you be, you leave me be, alright? That's fine. I don't think they necessarily want to leave me be, but they seem to. I'll try below zero after this. Depends how much it costs. Depends how much it costs. There's a lot of games I'm needing to save money for currently. Such as, you have Elden Ring coming out soon. You have God of War coming to PC. That one's somewhat important. Ow! You're very mean, you. Stop it. There we go. Oh! Plants! Okay. That's quite nice. Also, I think I hear another crab. There you are. But yeah, God of War for PC, you have the... and do I have space? I do. You have the Elden Ring, you have the new Lego Skywalker Saga, which, no joke, actually looks quite good. Like, if you haven't looked at it, it does actually look like quite a good game. I'm considering getting it. Or I can get a multi-purpose room. You can do all sorts of stuff with that room. Hence the name. Thanks free Epic Games and Mecha 1. And From Software leaks Armored Core 6. Okay.
New blueprint acquired.
Can you crouch in this? No, I don't need to. That's fine. Got something in here. Oh, data box. Ultra glide fins. I get to swim quicker.
New blueprint
Sounds
acquired.
quite nice. What was that? Spotlight. Armored Core is a huge time dump for you.
New blueprint
Okay.
acquired.
It's potentially something I should look at. A battery. I've got to be about full in my inventory. What can I get rid of? Probably titanium if I have to. Get a bulkhead? Can I make a bulkhead for a door? Underwater, because that sounds way more aesthetically pleasing.
New blueprint
Much rather that.
acquired.
And also this planter, I think. Syrian or grow bread. Interior one, maybe? There we are. We're getting all sorts of things. But, I mean, I've got to speed up. We're doing things too quickly now. Bulbo tree, yes, hello. I will take some bulbo trees. I don't know. I'll need to come back here and like steal the wildlife. Or the flora, if you want to use a more scientific name. Abandoned PDAs. There's all sorts of these things. And I'm gonna look at them all later, I promise. I won't just completely ignore the fact I've got all of these. A few thousand. Oh god, you've put a lot of time into that then, Fuke. Okay, fair enough. Might be worth having a look. This isn't a path up, is it? This is me just exploring. The phone is very aggressively vibrated at me. That's nice. I had best mech combat ever. Okay. I mean, there's not a lot of mech combat games, so it's not too much of a challenge, that, I don't feel. I'll definitely have a look at it when it comes out. You'll maybe need to send me a message when it does. Okay, what exactly do we have up here? We have a scenic view of a ship. I can see my life pod. I feel we should have been able to see this island in the distance, right? How did we not see this island in the distance? Is my character blind? I feel he might be. That's like, yo, Fuke. Alright, I'll see you about. Cheers for popping by. I'll be streaming for a little while still. Also, I need a light, so I'm just gonna use the sea glide. That seems a bit backwards, but oh, okay, that's fine. What have we got here? I mean, the observatory is taking a while to scan. Anything else in here? Composite plant pots. Okay. And a PDA. Interesting. God, it's awfully dark. Okay, this is going to be a dangerous climb down. I'm not able to just jump into the ocean from here, am I? I really hope not, because otherwise I'm going to be wasting some time. In fact, do I have my flashlight with me? I do not. I have a Pathfinder tool, but that's it. Okay. It's fine. Just be careful. Anything else in this island? Yes, up there. Do I have time to even go over there right now though? I do need to get to Sunbeam and get rescued. That seems like a priority to me. As much as I'd love to just jump about an island that's mysteriously floating in the water, I don't think I can. Okay, and I'm about up to here already, so that actually is fine. Have I seen it? What is it? The big moon? I hadn't seen that before, no. That's quite scary. Yeah, this should be the last of these areas, right? Got a box with some water. Let's take some. Ooh, that's actually quite good. That's 50 water. Consume that one. Abandon the PDA. Where'd my titanium go?
ADA data.
Here we are. And ooh, it's like a whole menagerie up here. Lovely. Also, Fuke has left, so just be aware of that. A lantern tree. You can just pick fruit off of that. That seems something which I should take back and put in my own planter, right? That seems worthwhile. If it's not, I'm quite upset.
New blueprint acquired.
Ooh, they are large though. Okay. That's fine. I now need to make my way down here. The best way down. Probably just the way I came up, if I can find that. I don't know if I can. Is it just down here to the left, maybe? Yeah, that seems to work. I'm happy at that. Have a quick drink. There we go. It's a big pit. We've got something to scan. Or not. I'm not allowed to scan that. Well, this way it is. I'll loop round. It's been a weird island. Not much in the way of life. We've got the cave crawlers, I guess. I think that's about it. I mean, my sea moth is just around the corner. Oh, and you've given points towards the Femboy Friday, of course. Of course. I shouldn't be surprised, but I should scan this. An ancient floater. This is why you flush a toilet. Ah, hello Scotman. Good to see you. Just ignore a toilet here, it's fine. The countdown. That's my rescue, hopefully. The Sunbeam is going to be arriving then. But I need to head that way.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I really need to hope that it does save me. It's over this way. Okay, we can make that. We've got 8 minutes. I'm sure we've picked a spot with something to explore anyway. Although I can make a stop off at my base quickly, just dump off everything. Yeah, that'll be worthwhile. Just stick everything into a chest. Or not a chest, it's not Minecraft, into a locker. Sorry. Have to use the correct terminology. Yeah, hello Scotman. Good to see you. We're making our way through this slowly. The graphics are set to low, by the way, in case you're thinking things don't look great. It's just, for some reason, the stream wasn't capturing quite correctly if it was anything different. Yeah, we're just making our way through. Want to investigate what's in this box. I crashed my own car into myself. That's lovely. Let me just heal. There we go. Why can you jump out of your own sea moth and then get yourself hit? Also, that doesn't look quite correct, does it? I'll pretend I don't see it. There we go. It's much nicer. It's a very small base you've got. I like to think it's very what would the right word be? Minimalistic. There we go. That makes it sound fancy.
Aboard, Captain.
Yeah, just dump all of these organic kind of stuffs will go into there, and got a sea glide. Sure, I can take a second sea glide. That's fine. It's fine. Creature egg. Got a poster. We need to put that one up. Ancient blocks. Water. Decomposing food. And titanium. You can go in the other one, I think. Open. Yeah, there we go. Stick all the rest of that in there. Okay, apparently that one's full. Stick one acid mushroom in there. You know what? We had more acid mushrooms. Sure. There we are. Next, keep calm poster. We need to keep calm. Let's line that up. Bam. Perfect. Well, I believe that is us about ready to go to the sunbeam then. It's going to grab a small amount of food very, very quickly. Grab you if I can. Go. Grab you. Grab a few peepers as well. Just make sure I'm properly fed. I need some air bladders or whatever they're called. What are they called? The fish? They're some kind of bladder fish, aren't they? I swear they are. I'm not actually seeing any. But never mind, there's one. It is, yeah, bladder fish. I managed to get it about correct. That's not enough, I need a few for more water. Okay, I guess that'll have to do. Finding any more. They're easily enough spotted, they glow a fair bit. I mean, I've just gotten lucky here, I think. How on earth did I miss that before? Okay, I've got two of them. I swear there were another two. I'm not really bothered enough to look. We're needing to go find the sunbeam. That's important that we do that. We've got about 4 minutes. We can make it in 4 minutes, right? Make it in 4 minutes. We just need to cook some stuff. And make some water. This is entirely fine. Fabricate water, bam. Just make a couple, we'll just keep a few bladder fish in my inventory, I guess. But no, might as well just make them all into water. I'm quick enough, this is fine anyway. Cooked peeper, cooked spadefish, and then cook whatever's below that. To speed through this as fast as I can. I think it's a boomerang fish. There we go. Consume, bam, done. Enter. We're on our way to the sunbeam landing site, whatever that might be. I'm sure nothing's going to go wrong, because the game's clearly going to be a very short one where you just get to leave immediately, right? That's what it is. Hope it is. Otherwise it's a bit depressing, isn't it? Also, can I just like jump out of the ocean? I can if I want. To stay above the water because I'm not going to be getting this sunbeam coming in through the water, I wouldn't think. It'd be a bit odd being rescued by a large submarine or something. Not if I'd say it's a bad thing, just a bit odd. Just you watch, the other side of this water planet's just going to be full of just people going about their business in the city. It'd be like Atlantis somewhere around here. And there was that alien vent I found. Don't know what that would be entirely, but there was a vent. That's quite a large sand shark, isn't it? Also looks different, it looks a bit sickly. Poor thing. And okay, again, that's not how clouds work. They don't turn an island into sky. I refuse to believe that game. I saw what you were doing. You're hiding stuff from me out here. Yeah, we've got what looks like an actual island this time. Not one of those fake ones. This could be a nice spot for a base. I don't know. But we've got the sunbeam doing some kind of radio message. I can't hear it, of course.
Detecting massive energy signature in the region.
And
Cannot identify.
that looks foreboding. Am I able to get the radio signal from here? Surely not. Surely not. I will just eat that. Might as well. What is this thing? I've kept this tablet on me because I've got no idea what it's for. It's meant to be used somewhere. What is this? Purple tablet fragment. I have a purple tablet. Force field control. I think it wants a purple thing. But more importantly, what on earth's happening? Hello? What? What's going on? An air raid siren.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere and we're descending towards the landing site.
Is that a gun?
Building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it?
That's a gun, isn't it?
Hold on.
Yeah.
No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8.
Oh dear.
It's coming from the building?
This is going
Chase
badly,
north.
isn't it?
Set thrusters to full.
Well, yeah, that was predictable. The game wouldn't be that easy, would it? Oh dear. I don't think they're gonna have any survivors, are they? Oh, you're ruining the moment. Damn you. Stupid crab. Yeah, there's not gonna be any survivors, is there? There is a flaming ball, but no, it's just fizzled out of existence. Well, that was, yeah, foreseeable, wasn't it? That's foreseeable. Guess I'm not rescued that easily. Can, however, go into here.
Scans indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
Ah, that was it, was it? Ah, thankfully not some giant monster to worry about. What is this? Well, what looks like a console? Yeah, data terminal.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
A lot of data logs which I've just not bothered reading.
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by
Get.
accessing the control room in the lower section.
What do we get? Just a Minecraft cube? I won't say no. Seems quite nice.
Analysis
A
of
weird
the
place.
of the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
Get more cubes. Do enjoy some nice cubes. Ah, hello room giraffe. Here you go. Done the sit for you.
Unknown
This
language.
is
Attempting
this is
translation.
somewhat ups the antes, hasn't it? We've got a bit in the way of stakes now to deal with. We've also got this. Probably shouldn't have just jumped into that. But whatever it's done, I'm now down. Hello, down. This seems to be some kind of way underwater, like 100 meters underwater. Can I park my submarine in here? Probably. There's something which looks mean. We're gonna go back inside. I'm not dealing with anything mean. Not just yet. We're exploring. That's what matters. I'm not doing that. No. He can have his ocean. I'll stay in here. That's fine. Don't need the ocean. It's overrated. Also got even more cubes. There's a lot of these cubes about. We've also got that. What's this? Alien rifle. Weapon or tool? Human weaponry in form, designed with humanoid user in mind. Okay, fair enough. Humanoid aliens, it might have been a weapon, they don't know. It's fair enough. It's entirely fair enough. Now that door here wasn't leading anywhere, was it? No, it was. What is it leading to? It's an alien arch. Oh, alien arch. You're not gonna teleport me if I walk through, are you? No. Okay. What exactly did I do here? It looks like there's supposed to be something that pops out of the ground. But it hasn't. So maybe this is a fast travel or something? I don't know. I'm assuming I'll need to find the other side of it or something similar to that. For now though, we need to go up here. Because I don't entirely know where we're going. What I do know is we have a purple tablet. Lovely. This has replaced one we used. Got 3 of these ion cubes. I feel I should give them a lick. It's not radioactive, is it? What on earth is this thing? Doomsday device. Ah. Okay. It's thankfully malfunctioned apparently, so that's all good. And I've fallen down. Should really have some banisters. Health and safety here. Just basic health and safety. Can't believe it. Definitely nothing to do with me just like sidestepping around corners. Got nothing to do with it. I'm perfectly sensible.
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this door.
I can do this. But I've like shut down that gun or something. Is that what I'm about to learn? That I could have been saved but I just didn't come into here. I mean, energy core firstly. Give that a scan. I guess interact. Hello. That's done something. It's very low quality. And it stabbed me. Dear.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
Ah. So, I'm infected with something. Self-scan. Hello, what am I infected with?
Broadcast. Downloading summary to database.
I'm just infected.
Self-scan complete.
Okay.
Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain.
Oh dear. I've got some kind of seafaring AIDS. Oh dear. Well, I need to make my way back up. So that's fine. I go through here, I should be able to find that teleporty bit, right? Wrong teleporty bit, it was the other door. It's through this way then. Right. Yeah, this is a moon pool. Or what I'm assuming the moon pool is anyway. Got a big pool. There's no moon. I can definitely see the pool part though. Yeah, this was the little lift, wasn't it? Okay, next place to go, the Aurora. What Untitled in the Aurora. Do I need anything before I go? I mean, I guess I'll find out when I'm there. This is a weird place, it's easy to get lost. All looks very similar. I think I know the way out. Should just be up here, then out that way, right? That's how you do it, isn't it? I hope so. I really do. Yeah, just out this way. So what happens now? Can I scan whatever this thing is? Flies. I can scan it, you know. Just come back here, you. I'm mildly drowning myself to do this. It's not worth it. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. I'd hoped to fully scan it, but I guess no. Do they land? I should have brought my torch with me. Or, no, never mind, I can scan this one. That's fine. Hello you. Come back here. Okay, maybe I can't scan it. Let's just turn on my lights. Not the best of lights, but it does work. Ah, hello. Oh, good to see you. It's apparently your first message. I did notice you followed a while back though, so I do appreciate it. It always helps. It's always nice to have friendly people about as well. Just general rules are, don't be an arsehole and you're fine. That's about it. Even then you're allowed to be moderately an arsehole and you're still mostly good. But yeah, good to see you. We've just had our rescue ship blown out of the sky. Didn't think it'd be that easy. You saw me in Lid's video and loved me right away. Oh, I appreciate it. If you love the maid outfit, that part's a bit goal that was achieved. So we now have Femboy Fridays as a thing you can put your channel points towards. As much as I don't want it, if you lot want it enough, then it will become a thing. So you need to put in points, raise it to I believe 50k channel points is what I set it to. Yeah, you can donate up to 2,000 a stream. I can't change that even if I wanted to. But yeah, that will be a more regular thing so long as people keep coming along and giving the points towards it. Because I mean, I don't want to be doing it too frequently because my parents will be ashamed of me. It's justifiable enough if I'm doing it in a charity stream, but not just in a regular stream. This is a weird kind of island, isn't it? It's a big cave system. I don't trust it. I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna get lost in there. Yeah, maid outfit is not a regular feature, but it's going to start becoming more regular. Because Twitch has now paid off my expenses on the maid outfit. Now where exactly am I supposed to go in this island? I feel there's a lot to this place. I just don't know where to go. So that's just the way out, isn't it? Is there a different exit? I swear I saw one. Yeah, up like there, I'm assuming. It's over here. Is there anything? Or am I just going around in circles? I might just be going around in circles. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. Okay. Down it is for now. As much as I don't expect this to go well. Oh, that goes deep down. Okay, I've got my rebreather equipped, that's fine. What on earth is in here? There's a lot of funky stuff in the walls. There's a purple tablet, it's definitely going to take that. Those are quite useful indeed. We have regress shells, spiked horn grass. Don't pretend you're not absolutely terrified. I mean, you have every right to be terrified of Subnautica. But don't worry, I don't get scared easily, I'm just incompetent, so it's fine. You mostly have to be worried about me just losing my Seamoth yet again. I swear it didn't happen, although it very much did. Yeah, I'm gonna get lost down here and then drown. That's bad. Yeah, Subnautica, like, Ocean is pretty much justified for being terrifying in real life, and the game has made it more terrifying. Interesting Subnautica related fact for you, in case you for some reason wanted it. The soundtrack in Subnautica, I believe, is made by the same person who made the FTL soundtrack, Faster Than Light, if you know that game. Great soundtrack in that game, so I do have high hopes for a soundtrack in this one. Yeah, it also means person who did all the sound design. They know how to do sound design. This is going to be terrifying if they want it to. Haven't heard of it. Ah, fair enough. It's quite an old game at this point. It's like spaceship crew management game. It's the best I could probably explain it. It's good fun. It's a roguelike kind of thing. I do enjoy my roguelikes. Yeah, where does this lead? It's just quite a path. I was assuming this would just, yeah, lead to another beach like that. I had a hard time watching Titanic back in the day. I nearly drowned one time. Ah. Okay, so you've got a very much justified fear of all of that. I mean, I can promise you, if it makes you feel any better, your chances of drowning while watching this stream are significantly lower, I'd imagine. Even just playing the game. I can't say for 100% certain that you won't. I mean, you might be in a bath, and you might fall asleep or something. I don't know. There's always a chance. It's also the reason that there's a cooldown on making me drink water, because I know given a chance I'd try and just drown someone on stream. As a joke, of course. By just continually making them drink. And I've got a thing for an ion cube. Alright. Much more concerns if you're in the bath for your laptop. I mean, yeah, there's probably more pressing issues there. Not just the fact that you might drown, possibly the fact you might drop your laptop in the bath. That would be the bit which worries me. Because I know myself well enough. I'd probably end up doing that. Also, these are decomposing. Just drop them. It's like a peace offering, right? Crab won't eat me now. Yeah, I've got a wibbly green portal. Is there anything the other side? No. Well, let's walk through it backwards, and no, I have to walk through it forwards apparently. Ooh, no. What's happened? Where am I going? I mean, it's taking a minute, and I am in the same room? Suddenly a lot darker. And no, very much not the same room. Where the hell am I? Got caves up there. Got like alien pillars. Hell? Okay. I was right about it being fast travel. Fast travel to where is my question. Ooh. Fast travel to a floating island. That's actually quite interesting, that. I mean, now I've got more space in my inventory, I can go gather up a bunch of these mushrooms and everything. Ooh. That is a fun time. I can just eat a ton of shrooms. Also scan a grub basket while I'm at it. Yeah, like speckled rattler. Can I eat it? I mean, I can pick it up. I can't eat it, but I can pick it up. Next, bulbo tree. What do you do? And you give me food. That's quite nice. Just eat a bit of that. I'll take some home. We'll plant it. Mushrooms, can we eat it? No. This game doesn't let you eat many things for some reason. As if you wouldn't go to an alien planet and try and eat everything you came across. Can't believe it. Yeah, I need to go back down here because otherwise I'm going to get too lost to find my way back to that, I think, fast travel warp gate kind of thing. I mean, I'm already lost, I don't know where I came from, I thought it was down there. Oh dear. Yeah, this is what I meant earlier by incompetence. It's going to be a key feature of the streams if you keep coming along. Where did I come from? Is it down here? No, it's not down there. I'm quite worried now. I've lost my way back. Oh no. Ah, you know what, it's fine. I don't need to go back. It's probably in here actually, isn't it? Yeah, there we are. Okay. Looking out from it, it is the side closest to Aurora, like almost directly towards the sea moth is the cave mouth. Got it. What more can I find? Grub baskets. Edible? No. They're also quite large, I might drop that. What else could possibly be edible here? The actual tree itself? No. This... No, that's not even a thing. Do you know what might be edible? The things in the garden, you know, that's a good start, isn't it? Just pick up some melons. There we go. I don't particularly need the food, but it's nice to have. I think we're going to expand in our base now. We've got a few rooms to mess with. Namely the moon pool, which I like the sound of because what do you need if you're stuck in a planet full of water? A swimming pool, of course. What else would you need? Bad to think you need anything else. I really am assuming it's not a swimming pool. It's going to be like that kind of underwater area to submerge at, isn't it? And the moon pool to unlock magic mermaid powers. I mean, if that was how it worked, I would be 100% up for it. Like I was saying earlier, imagine just bioengineering myself in some way to have fins and gills, like in the film Waterworld. Like that is the ideal scenario here. Like you may not want to believe it, but that is the perfect like beach body right there. Like all these people are going on about getting the right tan and that, getting muscular, but no. No, you want to get yourself the perfect beach body. You're just a mermaid. That's all it is. That's too steep a drop, isn't it? Does that mean I can go higher up? I don't want to risk it. I really don't. Kinda do. Also, that is a tablet up there. Let's get more watery due to global warming. You prefer some fins and flippers. I mean, yeah, sure. Tan and abs, I mean, they're fine for the short term. But I mean, I'd much rather have some kind of genetic modification which makes me more suited to being at a beach or in the water. That sounds way cooler. Any day gonna take that. I mean, yes, I don't spend most of my life in the water, so arguably it's not entirely useful. But I mean, how could you turn it down? How could you?
Yeah.
Okay, just murder, 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 murder. Perfect. There's not even anything in that cave. I thought that might be an actual cave. Yeah, you're right. It's just not the most useful yet. As soon as the tsunamis start coming, like in the 2012 film, then it'll be a lot more just obviously useful. Yeah, down here should take me out. So be careful. My only light is from the sea glade. Not the best light ever, but it does the job. Should be somewhere down here. That's just mushrooms. Just peace out and take a swim while everyone dies. I mean, I don't know if you could swim in a tsunami. I think there'd be too much debris caught up in it. So sadly, I am going to have to dismiss that as a possibility. What you could arguably do though, is you could surf it, couldn't you? I mean, the debris in the water, it's not being carried on the water. I'd be willing to try and surf a tsunami, that sounds amazing. Also, I do want to pick up this gold, it sounds good.
Remember that materials you gather
There we
are
go.
the property
Got
of the
got a
Ultimately
diamond too.
Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Ah, so I'm going into debt while surviving. Good to know. Yeah, worst case, if you're doing the surfing on a tsunami, you just become part of the tsunami, which sounds cool. It's also probably not as cool as it sounds, but it sounds cool. So I mean, it's fine. Like in Minecraft. Like Minecraft is a great game. You don't need to be sorry about bringing it up. Don't worry. I need to play more Minecraft sometime. Some point I will get another modded Minecraft server up. I'll need to make a new mod pack for it though, probably. But speaking of, if you ever do want to join like the Minecraft server when I do get up, best place to hear about it probably is going to be the Discord server. There should be a link pops up in the chat after a while. And no, I don't make mods myself, but I do have like the ability to put together mod packs, which is less impressive. You're just collecting other people's work and putting it together. But I mean, I've done that multiple times. I'm comfortable enough doing it. But yeah, I don't even know where you'd start with making an actual mod. I'd imagine it's not too easy. You still don't know how to do that yourself. I mean, it's not too difficult, it's just tedious. Because half the time one of the mods shouts at you saying, no, we can't be associating with this mod, how dare you? And then you'll take that mod out and it'll be like, actually, no, this other mod wants it, and okay, I've been through here. Okay, I'm very much lost. How did I get out? Oh dear. I can see the sun, or not the sun, the sky, but I need to go out this way, it would seem. I am very much running out of power. Lost 2011. I've not watched Lost, so I can't make any comments on that, annoyingly. I am very lost. It would help if there was some kind of daylight outside, but it's pitch black out there. I don't know how I'm supposed to find my way out. I mean, yeah, it does seem fitting. If I'm remembering correctly, Lost is about a plane that crashes and the people are stuck on an island. and there's like a ghosty thing. That's all I know about it. I don't know if that's all that true. That is from like maybe 5 minutes worth of other people's videos where they've mentioned it in passing. So, yeah, hardly an authority on it. Yeah, it's probably something like that. Every season it got crazier and crazier, so you never bothered. I mean, there's some seasons of shows which I just feel aren't justified to really exist. Like, after a certain point, surely you've done the show, haven't you?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I think a prime example of that would be The Simpsons, I'd say. Like, how many seasons does The Simpsons have? Like, I swear it's like 33 seasons of The Simpsons. How? What do they still have to say? Like, surely they're just repeating the same jokes. Is it even the same, like, family concept to it? Has it been modernised? I mean, sitcoms are typically things that go on for so long. Yeah. I do feel it's just, people know them. It's easy enough to just keep it going, you just need to do the same thing, maybe age it up slightly. Yeah, they'd become repetitive. Personally, I mean, I clearly lack taste in that regard, because I just keep watching the isekai anime. I mean, I don't know if you watch much anime yourself, but basically, teleport to another world, just gives you an excuse to do some world building from a perspective of someone who knows nothing. It's fair enough, I understand why they do that. The thing I don't like is when it's just, what's that? Someone's in another world, and oh, they're also one of the most powerful people in existence, because why not? It just gets boring. There's too many of them. It's as if the people who make the show don't want to come up with some kind of compelling challenge to drive the characters forward. Like, some shows do it well, like One Punch Man, you should have heard of that even if you don't watch anime. Very powerful character. He still has challenges, you don't just follow him either, you have all the side characters. It's just better. But yeah, as soon as you give a character enough power to remove all challenge and you don't replace said challenge with anything else, it just makes for a boring show. I feel there's a lot of things these show writers don't quite get correct. It might just be me picking on them. I don't know. I don't particularly care, if I'm entirely honest. But yeah, let's just make our thing. The show lacks an overarching story, so I have to make up some lame excuse. Yeah, like just ending on a cliffhanger each and every time can happen.
Play partially translated broadcast.
Like, I can understand cliffhangers and this seems important.
Hunting, analyzing, sharing subject locations with other agents.
Okay, that sounds worrying. I'm just going to quickly cycle my titanium into my inventory. I need to make another locker. Let's be quick with this. I want option 4 locker. Put another one in there. Got a very small base. And, you know, I'll keep up the theme. Do you want a locker named after you? I'm just naming them after chat. Do you want a locker? I mean, I'm willing to give you a locker if you want. Perfect. Okay. You will have yourself a locker then. Give me just a moment. Just need to dump everything inside quick. I'll sort out my inventory. I want Sea Glide. I want the scanner. 1, 2. want a knife, I want a habitat builder, I want... Something's knocking on the door in game. It's interesting. Wonder who it could be. Air bladder just to be safe. There we go. Okay, I will name the locker. There we go. Is it Nieke, I want to say? I don't know how to pronounce it entirely, do let me know if that was wrong. But yeah, let's build more base, because we need more base. Firstly, moon pool needs titanium ingots. That strikes me as something which needs some space under it. So let me think, what am I going to do? Okay, go back in first. I go back in, I need 2 titanium ingots. I'm gonna need a lot of titanium. I'll need lead to make more foundations, I'd imagine. And do I have any titanium ingots? I probably don't, do I? Yeah, it wouldn't seem it. Okay. Build. I want to go up, then vertical connector. Okay, go outside first. That's reasonable. I can go outside. That's an easy thing to accomplish. I'm capable of that. Okay, so that's quite small. I could connect that nice and easily. Could build a moon pool just off to the side. Can do that. I think ideally I'd want it to connect via a corridor. Oh, I kinda want glass. Okay, glass would be nice, I think. I don't think it's in any way necessary, but it would be nice. Do we have any spare glass? I remember I've probably grabbed a lot of extra quartz, didn't I? I need 2 glass is a problem. I don't think I have quite that much quartz, no. Okay. Gonna go on a small adventure. We're not going far. Should be able to find quartz just out in this direction somewhere. Yeah, quartz, we'll get some lovely glass. Make a nice looking base, because it's a bit on the small side. Just slightly on the small side, it's a single tube. That is the extent of our current base. I mean, not that I've got anything against tubes, don't get me wrong. All the power to you if you like a good tube. But, yeah, no, we need a bit more space, I feel, to work with. What have we got, though? What have we got? We have quartz down here. Perfect. Perfect. Just a single quartz. Bound to be more down here. Radiation. Perfect. I dropped that. That's less perfect. There we go. Radiation helmet on. Should be safe. Just swim by that guy nice and quick. He blows up. Where is the quartz? We've got 2 of it already. That's just got enough to make all the glass we need, I believe. At least for that one corridor. Would like to grab a little extra, just to be on the safe side. I'd also like to pick up some metal salvage, given a chance. Yeah, they seem to gather it all here for me, how very kind. Yes, you're dropping your tooth with mysterious noises. Yeah, let's go make a base. Make a base, fine. Keep the ocean clean. Yeah, keeping it clean, just ignore the slight issue. Now where is the slight issue? Is it over that way? Yeah. Not sure I can clean all of that up. As much as I'd love to. I don't think it's possible. But I mean, I'm all up for cleaning the oceans. Like, it's Team Seas, isn't it? Currently, that Mr. Beast's doing. I'm hoping he keeps up these kind of charity things he runs to help save the planet and such, because there's not really anyone else doing it. I mean, personally, I don't really care much for Mr. Beast, but I mean, he's doing a good job with what influence he has managed to gain. Whereas before, I look a lot like Small Ant. I haven't heard that before. I don't know who Small Ant is at all. I'll assume it's a compliment. So, thank you. I'm sure you wouldn't be as mean to insult me. Also, is that 1 glass for 2 quarts? Yeah. Okay, just want to make sure I had the recipe correct. Titanium ingots we do need. More importantly though, titanium itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotten quite big recently, so I thought I'd heard of him. No, I really don't do much on the way of like Twitch. I'm assuming he's a Twitch streamer. I usually just watch VODs of people's streams, so I don't know much about Twitch. Despite being a streamer, it seems a bit odd, but yeah, I don't know a lot. YouTube and Twitch. Okay. That poster's still hanging. Yes, I'm gonna keep it like that. Brilliant. Twitch streamer doesn't know Twitch. Yeah. It's a bit of an odd thing. I'm not gonna pretend it isn't. It's just, I don't really do much in the way of just putting on background noise in the form of Twitch. If I'm watching someone's stuff live, I feel I should be able. Yes, thank you.
But never forget that it is not.
Okay, yeah, I don't really like having streams on the background. I feel mean if I'm not interacting with the stream. So, I mean, I tend not to. I think it's fair enough. But yeah. This place is looking good. I've actually got a room now. Got a nice corridor. Got a floating poster. Perfect. It's just what I've always wanted. The entertainment's enjoyers as well, yeah. Without that, people can't make a living out of any of this. Which, I mean, I'm not particularly aiming to make a living, but I mean, it would be nice, given a chance to be able to. It would be nice. Oh, we can make an aquarium. I kinda want an aquarium. More importantly though, I can make a real locker. Oh, that'd be nice. Also a garden. I do kinda need plants. So I'll set up a few gardens. Just try and line it up. Make it look neat. Needs to be neat. Okay, that should be about centered. Right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I spend a lot of time watching passively. Most of the time you don't feel anything to add, to enjoy content. Yeah, fair enough. Bit for chats, you moderating. Alright. I don't really have much in the way of moderators. The most I have is Fuke, who I'm assuming will come back later. He's currently out at the shop. He's just been around for a while. He seems trustworthy enough. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's much of a moderator. He doesn't really do a lot. Chat's usually good at moderating itself. It's not often you have people being arseholes for the sake of it. Not that it doesn't happen, because it does at times. And it's never fun. I've never understood the whole looking for the shock value for humour. It's not fun for anyone really, is it? But what can you do? It's the internet. You can't just ban people from the internet, can you? There we go, got a lovely section of some planter stuff. That's a nice little wall. I don't know what this dinging is as I'm walking around. This is weird. Yeah, sad people get to say what they want. Twitch is quite good with the auto mods for keeping most of them out, but it does have multiple flaws. I think I've only ever had the one time I've actually wanted it to hold back a message, and the maybe 20 times it's done it. Yeah. Thankfully, the community I've managed to grow has been quite good at just not being an arsehole, which is always good. It's never fun having a community just being toxic. I understand, yeah, you want to have a community who's large and active, but if that's the way they're being active in it, why would you want it? Like one example, you probably saw it since you said you came from the Ludwig stuff. The Among Us cocks that everyone put in my chat when they joined. Ludwig was apparently really apologetic in his stream towards it. Personally, I didn't mind, but stuff like that, after you get to a certain size, you just can't moderate your chat at all if you ever take them anywhere. Which is a bit of a shame, but it's fair enough. I can understand, it's just how it goes. Also, I should put this in there too. I'll get some plants going. That doesn't grow, does it? Okay, experiment then. Put it in here. Does it spread, perhaps? Get why people do that. I mean, yeah. It's just people being odd in their own way. Like I say, I didn't mind. It just happens though. People want to be noticed by bigger streamers who are just more out there and such. Which, again, I understand it's just a bit of an arsehole way to go about it, isn't it? Anyway, I need an advanced wiring kit, didn't I? Can't remember what for, but I did need one. Need silver ore, computer chip, table coral and such. Okay, can do that in a minute. Got a tree just growing. That's fine. Is it a bulbo tree? It is. Apparently eat the tree and it's nutritious. You could have fooled me. Okay, what was I going to do? I can't actually remember. Okay, fabricator. What do we want? We wanted this. That's it, power cell charger. Okay, that's important. Not as important as this, I don't feel. So we need titanium ingots. That's our first port of call. Let's get that crafting. It seems Ludwig's an alright guy. Glad he apologised and didn't encourage it. Yeah, Ludwig seems great. Like I say, don't watch a lot of streamers or anything. I look at VODs if I am going to watch stuff about streams. I mean, I try to go along to people's streams if like they come along to mine and I know they stream. I do my best with that. But I'm hardly great at it or anything. Can I not grab any of this? I can. There we go. Yeah. I don't really do streams. I watch VODs. But Ludwig, with what he did, he was really doing two birds with one stone, and both of them were good things. Like, donating money to charity, brilliant. That's just an obvious one. But the way he did it, he was also helping promote smaller streamers. Which is great. Like, that's something I don't think I would have been able to think of. I would have been too distracted by trying to give money to charity, or trying to raise money for charity, but he went along with his chat and was helping out small streamers. Just get money for whatever charity they'd picked, making a fun thing of it for his chat. His chat helped give money. Like, it's great. Like, I love the man. Barely know him. I love the man. That's just great. Yeah, he had an amazing idea with that. Yeah, I'm glad that it worked out mostly in his favour. His chat, I think, got a bit carried away at times, but I mean, I think I was one of the first streamers he went to. I don't know how long he was streaming for or when, but I think I was one of the first. So I'm hoping he got his chat a bit more in check for after that, because I went and watched his highlight thing, and I mean, there's a lot of good people in there. I don't know exactly, I think it was muscle atrophy, wasn't it? I would have felt bad if he got bombarded with Among Us cock, that would have been a bit of a shame. While back remember Mr. Beast donating to smaller streamers, ended up donating 50k to this great guy. He ended up exploding a bit. Fair enough. I mean, Mr. Beast does good stuff as well. I don't really care for the man mostly, because, I mean, it's just, he has lots of money, is his entire thing really. That's all he has as far as I'm concerned really. Like, he seems like a good guy, he's doing good things for people. It's just a case of, it's not the kind of things I'm really bothered in. Like, it's a lot of clickbaity stuff. Like, I remember still, he apparently at some point did, was it, like, tipping the pizza guy a house or something. Like, yeah, sure, go for it. It just seems like clickbait to me, but sure. But whatever you will, I guess. I'll hardly complain if he's doing a good turn, I guess. So how do I make copper wire? Need more copper. Do I have any in here? No, I need to go on a hunt for copper, damn. It's not great, is it? Also kinda need a sorting system. Or bigger lockers. Okay, one thing at a time. Firstly, put these back in. We're gonna go gather up a ton of materials. We need copper, we need titanium, we need lead. I think that's about it. Maybe some quartz if you want glass. I wouldn't say no to some nice glass windows or something. Before all of that though, we are very much in need of food. Both food and water. Let's see, bladder fish, here we are. And yeah, just grab a bunch of these. Another thing with like larger streamers, just going back to that topic, which I feel I wouldn't like if I became all that big, is just, it's a lot harder to interact with your chat. I understand not everything needs you interacting with your chat, but to me, like, the best part of streaming is having people come along, just chat to them, say hello and such. Then you get to know the people who come by. I'd imagine that gets hard as you become a bigger streamer. Like, sure, it's a good thing, you've got lots of people, you're doing well for yourself, but surely it's nicer to be able to say, "Oh, look, it's you! Hello, how are you doing? It's been a while," or something like that. Because most people who come by to my chat, I can tell who they are and at least roughly where they came from. So it is nice to have that, and you just lose that as soon as you've got like hundreds of voices in the chat. Which, I mean, again, they might be interacting with each other, they might be recognising each other, but it's hard for you to single anyone out. That's why you prefer sticking with smaller streamers. Fair enough, fair enough. Larger streamers, I mean, it is nice to just have a sense of being part of a large community, I'd imagine. But it's not the same thing, is it? Anyway, just eat a bunch. There we go. Eat a bit more, because it will go off. I can store the water. Just keep the 2 on me. And I found some scraps to salvage that. You want to watch bigger streams if you really care about the context. Fair enough, fair enough. That would make sense for the charity streams and such. I can definitely understand that. There's just so much just finding the bigger streamers who, I mean, they're energetic, yes. They definitely keep you engaged, but I can't help but feel a lot of these larger ones like Ninja, I'd imagine, I haven't actually watched him at all. I'd imagine he's the kind of energetic streamer like your early 2010s Minecraft YouTuber. Just jumping all over the place, being overly energetic, like, hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Subnautica video, or something like that, and that just seems so artificial to me. Like, who actually says any of that? Like, that's not a thing a normal person says. You can't fool me. I'm a normal person, I think. I should know these things. Like, I understand energy, it keeps people engaged, it gets people at least knowing roughly what's going on with your channel and such, but you can't feel any connection to those kind of people, I don't feel. Like, that might just be me, but I mean, you can like them, but you won't ever feel compelled to go back outside of, oh, that's a video. Nothing better to do, might as well go have a look. Out of touch with people who are in their audience, yeah. Like, one I remember looking at a little while ago, just out of curiosity. Back when I was a fair bit younger, I used to watch Sunday, if you know the Minecraft YouTuber. Apparently when Fortnite came out, that's all he's done, and continued to do. So, yeah, he's kinda gone down a bit and have a thought about him. Like, who is Ted and why does he talk? Yeah, who's this Ted guy? Is he ever going to actually appear? I swear. He's never appeared to one of these alleged talks he gives. It's always someone else. One day we will find out who Ted is. Then we'll get a TED talk about who Ted is. What are my pronouns? It's just he, him. I can understand you being a bit confused, seeing as you found me through my charity streamer was in a maid dress, but it is just he, him. I am a cis white male, as far as all of that goes. For the better or worse of it. Anyway, we need the lead. Where did you get lead again? Lead and copper. I mean, a cave's usually a good bet. You like checking before you make a mistake. That's all good. I appreciate you checking. I mean, typically, like, you will notice this even when I talk to, like, my friends in streams if we're doing, like, community nights or that, because games night every first Sunday of the month. I will just call people they, usually, just instinctively. Because I don't think anyone gets offended by being called they at all. I don't want to accidentally offend anyone, so it's just my default thing I go to saying for anyone, no matter how well I know them or how long I've known them. You do that most of the time, do you? I mean, it's a good habit to get into, I feel. I mean, if someone ever corrected me, I'd definitely change it right away. When talking about other people though, and not when talking with them, I will typically refer to them as whatever I see their biological gender as. Like, or their biological sex, I think is the correct term. Gender is what you identify as, isn't it? I always get confused by that. I can't say I entirely understand it all. I do try to understand it, but I mean, I'm not best at it. I do try though, and I feel that's what matters. I've never understood people who like actively don't try though, because there are people who do that, and that just seems cruel. Imagine telling someone, hey, I understand you want to be called this, but no, I'm not gonna do that because I personally don't believe it. Like, what? How the hell does it matter what you personally believe? If it makes the person feel more comfortable, what harm is it to you? But yeah, definitely a thing. And I don't understand why. I want to say it's mostly an American thing, but that might just be me wanting to blame America yet again. I blame America for a lot. So I don't want to just default to them whenever there's some kind of problem I disagree with. Also, I've not found any lead, found plenty of copper though. Anyway, Seamoth, where is it? Over here. Doesn't make sense to you either. Yeah. I'd want to say it's an American thing, because I think America has the most diverse culture, just because it's a very large, and for the most part, sparsely populated country. Like, the way I think of America, and feel free to disagree with this, is America is a third world country which has money. I feel that's a fitting explanation for America. Because, I mean, they've got money, that's true. Have they really been around long enough to have much in the way of, like, their own culture? No, it's just various different regions all adapted. It's not one unified culture, is it? Just expanded into the continent too quickly, I feel. Very specific kind of ignorance. It becomes straight up resilience, deny it. What was hitting me? Hello. You're awfully optimistic, aren't you? I mean, you say America's too big. The globes do make it look bigger than it actually is, I think, anyway. I don't know for certain about that. Don't quote me on it. But I do think America's not quite as large as some of the maps make it out to be. But yeah, like, it's a weird country. I don't want to get on it too much, otherwise I'll just end up going on another tangent about Jeff Bezos. It's not something we need today. It's not something we need many days. Man makes several million every day, and that's just money he keeps. What is he investing that money into? Nothing really. It's only in America you can get that. Land of the free, so long as you've got the money to pay for it. But if you're homeless, yeah, better get ready for those anti-homeless gay pride benches. I think the homeless gay benches, they're just the pinnacle of America. No, alright, I'll see you in a bit, Nika, don't worry. Don't worry. Let's just head back to base, I'll get back to building. I feel I should have a good amount of lead. Yeah, I've got 4 lead. You know, 1 more lead would be nice. So I can find a bit more sandstone. Oh, I can find an entire cave system. Okay. Equip that. Oh, never mind. Found the lead immediately. We're just going. That's fine. Coming from countries as small as mine. Already being hard to rule. Yeah. I'll talk more once you're back. I won't go off on tangent if I'm just tangenting to myself. Where's the fun in that? You'd have someone to go on a tangent too. Yeah, what am I actually wanting in my base? I mean, Windows. Yay, I like Windows. Great operating system. No, we do want to have Windows, but I don't think we're in dire need of them. What we do need is to maybe figure out a way to do this where you don't have to see the inside of a building before going up to it. That could be nice. We also need is another foundation, I believe. Build that there. Now we don't have some weird floating piece. That's good. Next, vertical connector. Where does this connect? It can connect to a room which is a tube. Do I want that? No. No, I don't. We can make a moon pool. Where do we make it? Imagine it's a good amount of space underneath. We're going to be putting things inside of it. Could I put it here? Is that enough clearance? I don't think it is. I want to put it up a floor. How would I reasonably do that? Like, I mean, I could build it right there. Don't think that would work though, would it? Yeah, we can build it out there as the furthest we can do. Quite like to build it like out here, maybe? Yeah, out here would work. I wanted to have that there.
30 seconds.
I'll quickly go inside my base. I'm just planning stuff out before I build it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I need to make sure I know what I want to do. Yeah, moon pool. We're going to want it there. We would need to have tube, ladder, tube. Is what we need, right? So have a tube going out there. Why not? Am I not allowed that? Why am I not allowed that? Have I built stuff too close to the wall? Okay. That's a little on the annoying side. Exterior. Yeah, we're not building any of them. Bulkhead. Do I want it? No, probably not. What on earth? I'm building my base, go away, wibbly thing. I don't know what I am, that's a rather existential question while I'm base building. How very rude of you. Yeah, if I want to be doing this... Arguably, I'd want to have a T-piece connector. Yeah, I think I would. Build that off into the observatory. Have a ladder coming out the top. Quickly go into my base, get some more oxygen. This is fine. Nice floating poster. I do enjoy it. The Black Peak poster. Yep. Just don't question that. I thought it would be a reversed texture on both sides, so you'd be able to actually see it, but apparently not. Okay, Next, I would like to deconstruct the moon pool. Can I build a moon pool directly over this? It says yes. I have a feeling no. Okay, let me finish building this and we'll see if it still says yes. Yeah, no. No, we can't. That is the case. Can I build it like one along? I can. What if I do this? Make it even taller. Can have a big tall moon pool. I'm willing to have a big ladder going up to it. That sounds reasonable enough to me. We did lead, we needed titanium ingots, didn't we? One titanium ingot, was it in drainer? Yeah, drainer had the other. Okay. Ooh, that thing gets awfully close. Go back to finishing this. And we want a moon pool. No, before that we want... yeah, just a regular one. Moon pool off to the sides. Yes. That looks about correct, right? No. It's not correct. That's correct, right? How the hell do you connect this thing? This thing's such a pain. Is that gonna connect? That looks like it should. I need lead, I need lubricant. Okay, need to go grab my lubricant. Should have known. I wasn't prepared, I came without the lube. Only 8 days left for you, is it? Ooh. How does it feel? Almost not being a teen. The only thing that comes with not being a teen is slightly more existential dread. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Okay, that does connect, thank God. My hull integrity is 0.8. I feel that's a little mean. I'd like to have more. Yeah, I'd say that looks like a decent moon pool, right? It's stupid as anything, but I'd say that's decent, right? Maybe add some multi-purpose rooms. Make this taller.
Without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological
We have a
discomfort.
massive multi-story.
Symptoms may be greatly alleviated by
Do I want a multi-story? I don't think I do. That seems excessive. I don't want a multi-story. I've changed my mind. Oh, but we do have some lantern fruits and a bulbo tree. Let's just plant them. That is just melons. Okay, that will be a conservatory. We need to make a ladder here, don't we? Interior, ladder, bam. Okay, get rid of that, climb up. Moon pool. Yes. No. What do we do? I think it looks fine. We do need to build that. I'd like to make a bioreactor somewhere. So how exactly do we orient all of this? Because I need another like area. I could stick a bioreactor in by the plants actually. That'd somewhat make sense, like bioreactor there. Yeah, I think that would work. I did notice structural integrity was mentioned though. I'm a little worried. But I'm just going to quickly... Can build some foliage. Apparently I'm too close to walls here, so I can't. Okay, so I'll keep it as is. Build a counter? That's too big. Vending machine. Build a vending machine. Purely decorational, of course. Yeah, bioreactor can be down here. We need hull integrity, so yeah, this. We're gonna have a bioreactor here. Lining the wall with reinforcements does seem fitting. Could also add it in there. That's possible. Can we add it in over on this? Yeah. Cool. More titanium, do I? How much titanium have I got left? Have I gone through it all already? No, almost, but not quite. Oh no, never mind, it's not even near almost. There we go. Okay, I do need to drink some water quick. Probably should do that in real life too. Okay. So, what do we want? We want enamelled glass, for one, to build an observatory. For two, hull integrity should be fine enough. I don't know where you see the hull integrity is a thing. And again, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. There we are. Yeah, build some more reinforcement. That's never going to be a bad thing. But at 14.8, that is plenty. I'm going to need to go on a trip to get some more titanium in a bit. For that, multi-purpose rooms. All of them are very slightly made. I want to just build the top one to annoy you. Yeah. There we go. I have enough to finish off another one too. If I do kinda want to just leave it. That'd be cruel. I really shouldn't. I really want to. I really, really do. Yeah. Well, I'll finish off this one. We have a big old tower. That'll be a very peculiar looking base, but I'm gonna like it. Seems good to me. Yeah, what is in my inventory? A bunch of just tat. I need to dump this out.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Just get rid of all of this. And just dump the rest in here. Okay. Don't need the radiation helmet immediately either. Put that into there. We need to go on a hunt to get a bunch more scrap metal. Should be plenty just around the place. I'm going to guess immediately there's scrap metal over here. Because stalkers, I remember, had a big pile of it in this direction, which I didn't touch. I don't think. Got one here already. We also have this. Copper ore. Never gonna say no to that. Yeah, I'll never say no. That's fine. Scrap metal, got a bunch of it. Perfect. Just nab all of this. That guy's run off with some. You can keep it. No, he can't. He's about to drop it. Ah! Take that, you silly fish. Is it a fish? I'm assuming all of these things are fish, aren't they? That's not discriminatory, is it? I don't need to call them anything different. I can pick up another 2, or maybe 3? No, another 2. Although I did want glass, so I need quartz. Okay, never mind. There we go. That is that, and honestly, if I find more quartz, I'll grab it. I'd rather quartz than titanium right now. Just a weird scenario to be in. I don't think I'd ever be thinking that way. Any more quartz about? No, we've got that, but I need to drop a bit of quartz for it, sure. We can revisit it in a minute. Okay, Seamoth, let's go. Back to base. That was a very quick adventure. Adventure's maybe not the right word. Supply run. That should be more fitting. Also, something I need to check. Can I just launch myself into my base? I've really want to try. Through the moon pool. I should be able to. Oh, you can't launch yourself. It just attaches. Well, fair enough. Okay, down the ladder. Got plenty of stuff going. Let's make some titanium. Fabricator, bam. Titanium. Here we are. This is an awful lot of titanium. I doubt we'll be needing any more anytime soon. Come on. Just need to make it all. We need all the titanium. I don't know quite how much we've got. We've got too much. Okay, make glass. We need 2 enameled glass. I believe it was. Let's just notice the power. It's not doing great. I might want to build some more. What were they called? Solar panels? That was the word, wasn't it? That's what I was thinking of. Also, I swear I had a bunch of stalker teeth. Where did they all go? Did I, like, leave them somewhere? See, if that was used for enamelled glass, I need 2 of them, so I need to go find another stalker tooth. Okay, be back in a minute. I have an aquarium. I do not. I will get one though. Don't you worry. We're getting an aquarium. No one can stop me. That's a Seamoth fragment. Not anything too useful. Any teeth about? Not seeing any teeth. Okay. Further along. This is where we were gathering stuff earlier. There must be teeth around here. Right? Somewhere around here. Maybe down this bit? This guy's been biting at this a fair chunk. Come on. It's not dropping me any teeth. Damn him. I'm not after much. I only want your molars. There's one. Or, no, that's a train. Limestone outcrop. Come on. How hard is it? Just come bite some of this metal. I promise you'll enjoy it. Yeah, there's really none here. Okay, back to surface quick. What do you need for an aquarium anyway? Is it just glass or is it enamelled glass? I don't know which I'd rather have, an aquarium and an observatory. Yeah, you have to check under a pillow, but if I do that, I need to leave him a bit of money from the Tooth Fairy. I don't have money, I don't know what their currency is, it's probably scrap metal. How come I found so many of their teeth in the past? And as soon as I'm needing just a single one, can't find any. Oh, damn it. Always like this. I would go to where I heard one drop one earlier, but I can't quite remember where it is and chances are it's despawned. Oh yeah, you're not too happy with me, are you? Apologise. Let me get out of your face. They're just munching on people. Did he duplicate that? Don't know if he did. But never mind. Tooth. Perfect. Back to base again. Supply run has been completed for a second time. Need to refill my water in a bit. Okay, we're doing fine. I need to pick up some of these bladder fish as well at some point. I can't do it now actually, my inventory is full, isn't it? Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Make my way through. Got the radio to listen to anyway. Also I need to get some oxygen. Don't want to drown. That'd be embarrassing. 0 deaths so far. Also I can use some of my titanium just now, can't I? Hello? Multi-purpose room. I actually do have a plan for all of these rooms, despite what you might immediately think. But it's not entirely stupid me adding all of these. It's mostly stupid, not entirely. But how do you go up like this? That actually fits in quite well. Assuming you can't build a ladder again, or does this work? Doesn't look like it really should. Climb up, climb down. They're kind of glitched into each other, aren't they? I mean, yeah, that seems inconvenient, doesn't it? Alright, I'll pretend it isn't inconvenient. I'll just add another in. Yeah, that's us now got all of these rooms. Perfect. Climb down, down and down. Look at this lovely room. Quite nice. More importantly though, radio.
This is Altera HQ. This may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer.
Sandwich run, you in?
Yeah, give me a second. Black box data shows the high security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
Alright, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
Regular.
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should
And
be...
if she doesn't,
Just tell her the regular, dude.
okay.
The
If I
code...
say regular, she's like, what's
These
the
are-
regular? Come all the way back
This is
to
great.
Code should be 2679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, would you just say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese.
These guys are really prioritising my life. It's nice to know I'm valued. That's a lovely thing to feel like you're an important member of a team. Definitely feel like that currently. This observatory.
Unless constructed with a
Looks quite
specific
nice.
research task in mind, observatories and other glass modules are important
Yes,
for
yes,
survival
but
purposes.
what if I give it a swivelly chair? That helps with survival, right? Like, swivelly chair definitely helps. I'll put it not quite in the centre room, and I'm going to have a desk in front of it. There. Perfect. Yeah, have a nice desk. Come on, let me build a desk, game. I've seen it now, it is possible. Game. Spam click, it will let me. Just let me put down a desk. There's a slight spot where it works. There we go. That's lovely. Not enough space to sit. Well, it's a decorative chair. Perfect. We'll add a lovely bit of foliage. No, can't do that behind the ladder. Guess I will add a small plant pot just there. Just to be a bit greenery. I'll maybe stick something in it in the future. Who knows? But then, what else do we need? Water is probably a priority. Do we have any spare? Yeah, we do. That's fine. And now is a good time for the nutrient blocks, I feel, if I'm going to run that low.
Vital signs stabilized.
There we are. Next, I want to build. It was interior modules. Was it? Base piece? Interior pieces. Here it says. Computer chip and copper wire. Computer chip needed 2 of them. It needed copper wire as well. Let's just grab a bunch of copper. And yeah, copper wire. Should be able to create some computer chips. I need gold. There we are. And gold. Now the computer chip. It's also copper wire, I believe. Yeah. We can get this built. Let's just make our way to here. And an upgrade station. Where does this go? Assuming in here. Because I got it by the moon pool stuff. That doesn't seem like a good place to put it. You can hardly see my monitor. That monitor is not something you'll be able to use. You know what? Sure. If it's happy with it, it's fine. I'm a bit worried, but ooh. Okay. Okay, that does work. You even get to colour this thing. Ooh, that's nice. Hot pink. Hot pink all day, every day. Hot pink. Interior can be a darkish purple. Yeah, that seems good. Stripe can be... I'll go with a kind of blue. Bluish purple. Or maybe make it just more pink. That doesn't seem correct. Okay, we'll go for purple. There we are. Doesn't that look hideous? I love it. We need to name it. I believe I said I would name it after Dullahan. So we have now named it. And I've lost the hot pink. Oh no. The hot pink. That was it. The name can be in a nice, like, slightly off-white. And no, I'm not naming it Boaty McBoatface. No, you're not making me. But there we go. We've got a hideous sea moth, and I hate it. This is great. I need to change the interior, actually. I need to make it actually usable interior. I'm sorry. But we'll have it be a very greyish purple. How does this look? Ooh, that actually looks quite nice.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Systems online.
Cool. Yeah,
Welcome
that's more than
aboard,
fine by
Captain.
me. Next, repair tool. Bind to slot 5. This needs repairing. Is there a way to get rid of the yellow wallets? I don't know if there is. I think it's fine enough. Yeah, multi-purpose rooms. What have I got to put in them? There's bound to be stuff in the future to add, so I've just built it with future proofing. Do want a bioreactor. That sounds nice. Spotlight could be good. We want to have an aquarium. Alien containment? What's the difference? What is the difference? Is there a difference? You'll need to tell me, John. I don't know. I hope there's a difference. Because I need more glass, regardless. Also, I can now just pick all of these. Oh, this is lovely. I am sustained. Look at that. These melons don't do anything, do they? I'll use one as just a nice little shrubbery. There we go. Okay, pick it up. Can I drop it in a specific place? No. It's just that. So if I drop the bigger one, how does it look? I like the idea of having a small shrubbery. I don't think the game likes me having that. That'll do. That'll do. Small one can be backup food. But no, I can go in here. It helps generate oxygen. Probably. It doesn't, does it? But yeah, more importantly, interior pieces, bioreactor, I need a wiring kit and lubricant. We have lubricant, wiring kit. I don't believe it's too difficult. Electronics, wiring kit, 2 silver ore. Oh yeah, that is dead easy. Dead easy. Just make it immediately. Cool. Bioreactor needs to go in a room as a centerpiece. Got it. It's a centerpiece, it gets a room of its own. This is the energy room.
A reliable power source is a critical step towards self-sufficiency.
Now,
Consider keeping a photo
what else is
of your
important
achievements
is to notice that I now have an insane amount of power I'm able to have. Do I have any more food to put in there immediately? I do. I can also, I think, get some bulbo tree. That'll be a good source of stuff for it, I'd imagine. Perfect. That'll do it nicely. Look at that power ticking up. Next most important part to this room. We need to add some sciencey looking stuff, like a counter. That's sciencey, right? Scientists use counters. Perfect. That's definitely sciencey, right? An office chair. That seems somewhat sciencey. Put that just here. I don't need to actually access anything in this room. But if we're having a bioreactor, I like the idea of maybe plants. There we go. Just starting to look somewhat bioreactory, I guess. Don't know. It looks a bit daft, I won't lie. But I mean, I do enjoy it. That's good. We can maybe add some storage in here as well. Or an aquarium. That can be where we have an aquarium. We can take the fish out of an aquarium and put them in the reactor. Perfect. I'm not a monster, you are. Let's go get some quartz. Oh god. The hell am I doing? But if we're going for quartz, let's just get into submarine. Hello, power cell. Don't know why I'm able to interact with you from underneath. It's good to know. Yeah, something I haven't looked at actually. Fabricator, modules, reinforcement, engine efficiency, storage. Engine efficiency, yeah, I know how to make computer chips, not the rest. I have 1 diamond. I can't do that. CMOF, depth module, titanium and glass. Okay, we have something we need. Sonar seems boring. Got some interesting stuff we could make, potentially, for the prawn suit when we get it. Doesn't look a lot like a prawn. I'm just gonna say, possibly controversial take. Yeah, we need titanium, we need glass. Solar charger could be nice. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's fine. We need depth at the very least. So titanium, we need even more. It's not fine, arguably. It's getting less and less fine. But yeah. Okay, titanium and glass. Is that all I need? Really? Need more. But okay. I almost got it. I thought I could jump that. I can't. You can't jump that. Okay, here we go. We need quartz and glass. Go to the area I've not really been through. Quartz should hopefully be around here. It's a bunch of kinda cave-like stuff. Right. Yeah, I'm happy to say we'll find quartz here. Let me just leave this. Quartz, quartz, quartz. Where are you? Oh, immediately here. Actually, I do need to grab that bladder fish. Grab you too. I am somewhat in need of water. Hello, when is game night? Game night's first Sunday of every month. So that shouldn't be too far off now, should it? It's 23rd today. So yeah, not this next Sunday, but Sunday after. I shall do it then. Possibly do another one before then. If you ever want to, just redeem an extra stream and ask for games night. That is fine by me. What is this weird thing? Membrane tree. Oh. Can I plant you? Get a seed. Cool. I'll grow one of them. It's nice and bioluminescent. Grab that. We are fine. How much of this do we need? Probably not any more than that. We did like 4 titanium, I think it was. Now we need quartz. Where do you get quartz? Apparently not in this biome. Which is a bit of a shame. Let's make my way back to Vidulan quick. There we are. We go through to different biome, we should be able to get ourselves some quartz, hopefully. This looks to be going quite deep. Like, that's a membrane tray I found a second ago. That's looking like quartz just here. Yes, lovely. We did 2 glass, I think it was. Seeing any more quartz immediately? No, but I am seeing what looks like a ruby. Never gonna say no to that. Yeah, no immediate quartz. That's fine. That is completely fine.
Welcome aboard,
Keep making my way
Captain.
through. Just going through the entire school of fish. You've got to love the sound, don't you? You've got to love it. I feel a bit mean saying that, but you do. You really do. Ooh. What was that? Is it a hot down here? I mean, I guess there's thermal vents of some kind. You've got 55 degrees. Okay. This is like a volcanic biome.
Depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay, just... I can't pick up quartz, my inventory is full. Okay, goodbye to you. There we are. Quickly repair this. Only needs a little bit. Now we're safe. That is a big bit of quartz there. If only I could take that with me. If only. Get back up towards the base. We're doing relatively well. We've actually got ourselves a decent enough looking base set up. Say that. We've not got the entirety of it set up, but we do have it set up for the most part. It does look a bit odd when you're coming towards it, but any good base would. Right? Please tell me I'm right. If I'm wrong, that's not great, 'cause it means it's not a good base. Yeah, fill up on food quick, or not actually, because I have a full inventory. Do need to make some titanium, nice and important. Make some glass, get a depth module. We can do some more deep diving, I guess, with the sea moth. I still don't entirely know what it does. Now we need titanium ingots. We need them for... Don't know if I can tell you what we need it for. I'm trying to remember. It's a bit of something over here. Things fully charged. Yeah, cool. What's the titanium ingot for? Ah, that's what I needed to go deeper down. Okay. Should probably actually move this. I do want to keep it here though, just because it's the original part of the base. I don't know if I'll ever reasonably go into it, but I mean, it's there. I love the poster just floating. It's clearly not supposed to. Yeah, Seamoth Depth Module Mark 1. Anything else? Can't reasonably make any of these, can I? I could make the Seamoth Solar Charger. That's a potentiality, but I don't think it's too feasible. Let's just stick it in, I'm assuming here. Yep, there we go. 300 meters. That's still not great. That's not amazing, is it? Anyway, fill up on lantern fruits quickly. Do need water as a separate matter. So just stick the bladder fish into here. Poor guy. Doesn't get to do much other than be water in this life. Now, something I want outside is if I get this. It is exterior modules, exterior grow bed. Just spruce up the place a little. It's looking a bit too futuristic for me, and just minimalistic.
Farming alien plants
Perfect.
is a proven survival strategy. Craig McGill survived 47 months on a healthy, raw salad of live tree roaches and stank root.
Okay. Next, drink the water. Fill up on a bit extra water before we leave. And no, we need the bioreactor is what I wanted. So down again. Here we are. Okay, apparently not a lot of that's actually needed. That's good. It's a good job. Doesn't feel very sciencey in here yet. We'll fix it in time. Now another thing I wanted to build was better storage. Was it here? Yes, locker, but we need quartz. Damn! Damn. I didn't know we needed quartz. I thought we needed glass. That's a shame. We can make a start to better storage. We're only going to get the 2 for now. Yeah, that's mildly annoying. You can't deconstruct in this, I didn't think. That lantern fruit goes old fast. I'll just eat it, I guess. Okay, guess we're out to find more quartz again. I'm not going to go too far. I'm going to take the sea glaze. Where are we headed? I mean, we should have some caves around here, right? That'd be reasonable. Caves? We've got a big, what looks to be a thermal vent. We could definitely go into there. While I am out. Grab some bladder fish. We're in dire need of more water. Nice if there's like some kind of water filtration thing so I could drink the ocean. But no, that's not a thing apparently. Or maybe it is and I just haven't found it. Very least, not something I currently have access to. I have access to all this quartz though, which is very nice. I'm just going to grab it all. It's like 6 quartz right there. That's perfect. It's genuinely perfect. Okay, so that should be us with a storage system. Do we need anything else immediately? Got water sorted, food we have sorted, not that we can take with us, mind you. Might be worth getting some salt and curing some stuff. Yeah, That could be a decent call, actually. Also more quartz, apparently right next to the base that I've never found. Lovely. Yeah, we should have some salt. Yeah, that's it, just there. Plenty of salt about. And even more quartz just up here. Have I just been blind in the past?
Oxygen.
I must have been. Anyway, back into base. Oh yeah, one thing I did want, the battery charging thing. That sounds somewhat important. Do firstly want these proper lockers. Sadly, they can't be named. That's all good. We will make these ones both for minerals. That seems somewhat reasonable. We will make possibly a sign to say that. How do you make a sign? You need copper wire? I might just remember that. Seems a waste. We'll have another 2 over here. These will be for your organics. Then I guess another 2 in the middle for your tech. I think that's slightly slanted. There we go. Okay, that is going to be a lot of storage. As soon as I have all of that, that'll be us perfect. I've just had a thought. I probably want to have my crafting station in here, don't I? Okay, stop with them. Currently put all of my materials away, so I need these. Yeah, that's us. Hopefully, got everything we now reasonably need. In fact, do I have enough quartz in here? Yeah, dead. Where did that glass from earlier go? Stick that in one of these lockers. I did. We should be able to make ourselves an aquarium. Yeah. Aquarium time. Lovely. So, why would I need an aquarium? Do the fish breed, or is it purely decorative? Because I don't know. Also, I will just have a fabricator on the wall there, I think. I will have this here. We would also enjoy having... I mean, alien containment, is it different? What have I done? Okay, my controls messed up for a second there, I don't know what I did. That was worrying. But it seems to have fixed itself. Yeah, we're going to need a bit more titanium still. I will add an aquarium in. And of course I'm going to add an aquarium in. A lovely little aquarium. Just stick a couple bladder fish in. That's all we need for now. I'm sure we could add more in. But I mean, that's lovely. It's a couple little fish going about. Can you add eggs into there? Eggs seem to be quite a large thing. But I kinda want to hatch whatever this is. But I should have other eggs too, actually. No, not you. Where did I stick the other eggs? Did they just disappear or something? I swear I had other eggs. Maybe I'm mistaken. And creature egg does not go into there. Guess that's what the alien containment's for. That's reasonable. Okay. More quartz. Perfect. We need more titanium. We need to sort these lockers out as well. One more titanium. Come on, there's got to be a stray piece of titanium somewhere. I know I'm not that organised. God damn it. Okay, we need one piece of titanium. Potentially, anyway. In fact, no, I already built them. That's fine. And don't go stick stuff back in the original. Minerals can go into here. You can stick gems into the other one. Do you want to build both of them? So I will quickly deconstruct this fabricator. Get all your stuff back. That is... Oh. Get rid of you. Very nosy neighbour, seemingly. Well, hardly blame him. I need 2 rubies. Grab that. And, you know, just grab everything. We're gonna shuffle everything about anyway. Sadly, the lockers will no longer all be named after chat because we've got better stuff. Okay. Rubies, they go in there. Diamond, that goes in there. Apart from that, the rest of these are minerals. Sulfur, not so much. Lithium, yes. Ion cubes, I don't know. I'll stick sulfur in there anyway. It seems fitting enough. We have technology kind of bits in this one. That seems reasonable. That one will be your organics. Speaking of, I need food and water. Mostly water. I also need a bit of food. Let me just quickly get my organic meter up. Consume, consume, consume. Go. What am I having for dinner tonight? I have no idea. I'm still at my parents', so we'll need to see what they're having, and I will eat with them. I am social in that way. Come on, Bulbo tree. Just wanna steal your seeds. I apparently destroyed the tree, but you know what, that's fine by me. Switch that into there. We have entirely lantern trees there. Entirely Bulbo there. Lantern tree can be for myself. Stick Bulbo trees into there. Also apparently gives you a good amount of water, the Bulbo tree. I might want to just eat that. That's my food and water sorted. Cool. This is stupid. I need to get better water. I also hate this poster, but I'm keeping it as is. Okay, back to taking all of these and switching them around. This is an awful lot of stuff, but it should all be now sorted. Okay, maybe stick precious materials in one on the right. I don't know. I'm still not entirely decided. That can have a sea glide, it can also have them. Acid mushrooms. They strike me as an organic thing. Same with those. Nutrient blocks. I guess tech. There we go. Same with radiation helmet. That should be all of this. Oh, you're having fajitas. Oh, I've not had them in a while. I must say I am mildly jealous. Only mildly though, that's fine. I'm not too jealous over it. Power cell charger or fabricator we will need to make in a moment. Something I do think I want. Can I just place this? Yes, place it directly underneath here. It's got some kind of ominous glow. There we go. That does very little. I'm assuming that's for navigating around the place. Yeah, we're just growing ourselves a lovely little plantation outside.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, let's finish off building this. Or I need rubies, titanium and advanced wiring kit. So with my new and improved storage methods, I know that I don't have enough titanium immediately. Don't even need to second guess it. Isn't that marvellous? Oh god, that's really not most useful, is it? But I mean, at least I know I can go find some titanium nice and easily.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Let's see, titanium. There should be still a lot of wreckage over this way. I only actually need the one piece. There's already some right here. So that's more than fine. There we go. Immediately back to base. And I think that should now be me happy to say the base is done. For the moment, at least. Yeah, I was about to park out in front of the base as usual, but no. Got a nice new pool thing. Were you able to park this the other way around? I don't know. It's gonna annoy me. Yeah. Titanium done. What else did we need? We needed an advanced wiring kit. Also, crafting takes up power, which does make sense. Yeah, advanced wiring kit. We need wiring kit, gold, and a computer chip. Silver, table coral, gold, copper wire. Okay, so we need 3 gold. Yeah, 3 gold, 1 copper wire, so 2 copper. 3 gold, 2 copper, 2 silver. Yes. 2 table coral. Okay, that seems reasonable. Immediately get 1 of them. We needed... Nope, not anything from there. We needed 3 bits of gold. Needed 2 pieces of copper. 2 pieces of silver. And let me quickly see if I can find myself the last piece. What was the last piece? Table coral. That was it. Should be nice and simple. Got some right here. Bam! Table coral. I'll grab a little extra just in case. Because I now have proper storage. I can justify taking a little extra. There we go. Ah, hello Fuke. I've mildly improved the base since last time. Just mildly. An odd looking thing, but I do like it. There's a cookie tray the size of a 20-inch tyre. Oh, for loving. Fuke, if you'd bought that, I mean, I would have been worried. Like, that's not gonna fit inside... yeah, I've had the bug happen again. It thinks I'm inside the storage menu, but I'm not. There we go. I mean, you couldn't post that cookie to me. That's the thing, Fuke. I mean, if you're not able to post it to me, what's the point? Right? Anyway, I need to go into here. I need copper wire. Taking a pick. I mean, it's up to you. I'm never going to turn down more stuff in the Capitalism Sucks channel. Advanced wiring kit. Now the question is, do you want it for that? Or do we want it for enameled glass solar charging? I think we want to use it for power cell charging. Like a Sam's Club or a BJ's. No. No, the closest we have to BJ's is just your regular old blowjobs. That's about it. Yeah, we should have enough. There we go. Power cell charger. Bam. Also now got a proper storage system, Puke. I've got like segmented lockers, so I know which one's which myself. They're not labelled. I've got enough copper I could label 2 of them. Ah, that's excessive. Yeah, I don't think we've got much in the way of bulk goods. We do have wholesale shops, but I don't think there's anything in particular. Ah, you're back. We've got a proper base now. Look, I've properly figured stuff out. I've done some building. I feel accomplished. That's not a power cell. That's annoying. Is there not a battery charging station? I've made the wrong thing. Great. Oh, that kinda sucks, doesn't it? Ended up having a second dinner. Fair enough, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, wholesale. We do have wholesale, it's like buying bulk goods. Yeah, I'll show you the base. Got this floor up here. Got a nice aquarium. We've got plants on the walls and a bioreactor, as you do, just as a centerpiece. We stuck the food in there. It's all rotten. It's not great, but I'm not eating it. The machine is, so that doesn't matter. Also got plants. I can now feed myself and hydrate myself in one. Look at that. Also got this poster still. Got to love the poster. But yeah, we're doing quite well. I've gone to Aurora, not yet, Fuke. Not yet. Do you mean to give it a quick visit now? I mean, I could remove the poster, but I'm not going to. I kinda wish it was hanging from there, but no. We've just got the Black Peak poster. I am procrastinating. Look, I've built myself a lovely base, Fuke. I don't see why you're complaining about me procrastinating. I'd never procrastinate. Let me just quickly go and procrastinate a little bit, because I know exactly where I'm going.
All systems online.
I bet you know where I'm going to, Fuke. There's not a pipe here for no reason. It's because I had a failed attempt before. I'm going in. That's a thermal vent down there. Although it's supposedly colder down here. I swear it's like 22 degrees higher up. Nothing's wrong with procrastinating. Just as long as you do eventually get around to whatever you were meant to be getting around to. Yeah, I now have an upgrade for the depth in this thing. So it's not being crushed in here. Because I was very close to being able to explore this all without any issue. It just didn't quite manage before. I guess now we get to investigate this. Whatever this is. Yes, I appreciate you giving me that roar, telling me you're there. It's very kind of you. It's not immediately trying to eat me, is it? No. I'm not going in the mushroom, Fuke. You're not convincing me. Like, even if I wasn't aware that they came out of it, I wouldn't go in. Mostly to spite you.
Integrating new PDA data.
Yeah, what have we got in here? Not much immediately. Got data box. Lovely. I apparently already had that, so it gave me titanium. That's mildly less lovely.
PDA data.
Something else that is lovely though is double bed. I can make a bedroom. Ah, finally all the extra rooms have a purpose.
New blueprint acquired.
Ah, that's brilliant. I've now got a justified reason to have all these rooms. I quickly go grab some more oxygen. And yeah, good on you. Trying to eat me, you fool. Well, keep me warm, will you? I don't want you to, Fuke. Although, if it's a choice between that and being cold in bed, I mean, I wouldn't turn it down. Ah, hello, Drainer. Good to see you. I'm just procrastinating, apparently. I don't think it's all that much in the way of procrastination. Also, is this repairable? No. It's a bit beyond repair, apparently. I wouldn't have been able to guess. Ouch. I walked into tentacles. It's covered me with green goop. Assuming it's poison. As my name may suggest, I'm not good with poison. I think I'm winning though, Drainer. I think I am.
New blueprint acquired.
Now, what exactly are we looking at? Oh, modification station! That's the last piece I need. Power cell charger. I want just a battery charging station, please. I don't need to charge a power cell. Have we got anything other than stasis rifle outside? No, we don't. I'm just gonna go back.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, I need to activate my exit beacon. I'm assuming by NT you mean Noita together. Because extra stream later. John redeemed it last week. So we're going to be trying some Noita today. I don't know if we're going to do Noita together. I don't think John decided which. That is up to you. To your extra stream. Do let me know. This stream's gonna probably end when I get back to base, and we'll kick off next time with going to the Aurora, because that seems like a good place to kick off with everything, doesn't it? That seems reasonable. Also, I do kinda like these shrubberies. I'm gonna grab some for myself. Get a cave bush. Cave bush? There we go. Gotta get some native plant life. Can you grab the mushrooms? Ah, I hit myself in my own car, I'm half dead now. I can plant the mushrooms! Perfect. Now, exit is up here. So what exactly are we going to plant in our base? Because we've got a few slots to plant stuff in. Also, I hate flying out of there. Or swimming out of there, I guess. It's always weird. The base takes its time to load in. It is low quality mode. Yeah, just settle in. It forces me to look at my base each time. I really don't like that. I'd rather be facing out that way. I come back. Okay. Inventory, we've got these. Let me quickly jump down to plant these. And we've had the inventory bug again. Damn it. That keeps on happening, I don't know why. There we are. That's good. Gonna have lovely plants. Probably not NT, because I don't think I have it up to date. I don't think I have it up to date either, so that is a good reason, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, they're growing, so I can't do anything there. Can I eat the tree? No, I can't. Well, guess we're just munching on a ton of lantern fruit. That's fine. This is entirely healthy. I'll even grab a few just to stick up here, just in case. No, it's still going. I'm amazed. 33 pounds worth of sushi, oh god. That's a lot of sushi, I'd imagine. I don't know quite how much like a sushi to weight ratio there is. That sounds like an awful lot. Anyway, I think that is us for today's Subnautica stream at least. We have a fair amount left to do in this game, I feel, because our rescue did get shot down, just slightly. So we're not getting rescued that easily. However, that doesn't matter. I hope anyway. I hope we can find a way out. The main story is pointing me towards Aurora anyway, so definitely going to go there next time. That'll be a fun time. Yeah, we've made a lot of progress. We now have a sea moth that's bright pink, or hot pink and purple. You can upgrade it. I do need to check how much you need for this. Honestly, I can make that right now. I'm going to make that right now before I forget. That is titanium, computer chip, diamond, and lead. Okay. Computer chip is that, gold and table coral. How much was it? 1 titanium and 1 lead and such. Okay. 1 titanium. Should have lead, yep. 1 lead. That's it. I can't remember, I've got a terrible short-term memory. A diamond. Okay. Grab a diamond. Yeah, computer chip needs table coral. Grab that out here. I see you're just talking about mods in the chat. That's fine, I guess. A computer chip. We should now have enough to make a mod station. Where do we put this? We put it in the science area, I think. Let's climb up. This seems like a sciencey device. Have it there. Slightly off centre. That does actually annoy me. I'm gonna make it centred. Let's just rebuild it. There we go. Okay, battery, I can upgrade my knife. High capacity tank, yeah. I'm wanting to leave, I need to go get food. And then I'll be able to do the Noita stream in a bit. But it's not in there. Why did I go back there? I need lithium. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Take my air tank off very quickly. And upgrade it. There we go. I can now breathe even more. Like I've always wanted. Also fins, silicon rubber, and titanium. Okay. Silicon rubber. Lithium. I think it was titanium. I think that was what it was. Again, bad short-term memory. Yeah. Okay. We now get even better fins as well. Look at me, upgrading myself. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing. I don't, but it's almost as if I do. Yeah, that actually should be us now. Still got these bulbo trees growing, that's all fine. So a quick munch on some lantern fruit and that'll be me. But yeah, next time we have to go to the Aurora. I feel we don't have a choice. Yeah, I do seem to be learning Fuke. We've also got a friendly neighbour. He's always around. He's poked his head in the wall a few times. Yeah, I feel end it off looking out from the aquarium. What a view. It's entirely murky, but you've got that thing going by. You've got the pipe. Yeah, I will go to Aurora. Don't you worry. I'd like to try and get the laser cutter first, because I know it's a thing. I found a fragment before. And I feel I kinda need that for an Aurora. It's a big ship. There's bound to be locked doors, right? Yeah, that is all for now. I'm liking this game. I'm glad I got around to playing it. But yeah, hope you've all enjoyed as well. Appreciate you all coming by. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening or day or whatever it might be. And I'll see you next time. Or possibly in just a bit for the United Together stream. Or maybe just United, I don't know. We'll need to see. Bye for now.